Hey traders, welcome back to another sharing here. So one of our traders actually asked me today, he said, "Hey Neo, I saw you have a vision board." So everyone in our trade club knows that I'm a big fan of visualization and I'm a big action taker. So do you use visualization technique with trading as well? Or do you have any recommended video blah 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 about this? Or maybe you can teach us. So just to quickly share with you all, like how I share with all our trade club traders today, on my phone I have a lot of album. So every time, so whenever I faced, let it be any challenges, or when I overcome a challenge, a life challenge or a career challenge or anything, or when I achieve a small goal of mine, a small achievement, I will always have a dedicated photo album that helps me journal down my journey. And this has been a habit of mine for many years. And if you look at this arrow here, on my phone wallpaper, it's just a blank black screen with some goal setting. That's it. I know a lot of people talk about New Year resolution or anything. To me, I believe when we are young or when we're studying, we have all learned about the technique to goal setting, right? The SMART technique, the SMART. So goal setting has to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. When I set my goal, I focus a lot more on whether if they are realistic or not. Okay, and time bound wise, I'm not that much of a person to tell myself I need to achieve this by this month. Not really. But consistency and process wise, yes. So let me go into it. So what I like to do, so if you look at my album here, back to this, you can also see one of the album was my grandpa. So I always have all these important moments in life. So when I scroll into my album, I know exactly what I've been through, or like in this case, I've lost an important person in life. I'll ensure that I journal them down and I remember to remind myself of the feeling of losing something or achieving something. So back to it, realistic. So I know a lot of you are pretty ambitious, and there's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but being ambitious means you have to take more action. I've seen a lot of people, super ambitious, super aspiring people, they are just firing blank bullets. They have big goals, but all they do every day, they're just slacking off, and there's no actual process. Remember, all of you fellow traders, or if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, because if you're not, you probably won't be watching my video as well. Or if you're someone who's working hard, hustling in your life, big goals has to keep up with big action. So if you want to achieve big things in life, you are required to sacrifice a lot. Sacrificing doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but in a good way. So let's say this year, I'll just give you an example. So when it comes to my personal goal setting, every year, so every beginning of the year, early January, I'll always set down my goals of the year, my vision of the year. They are split into a few different elements. Let me share with you all. Okay, so the first one will be family. The second one will be monetary, financial. And the third one will be health / physical. So family always comes first. To me, as much as I love trading, I love money, I love teaching, I love entrepreneurial journey, family always comes first. My first big goal has always been I need to better take care of my family, I need to better take care of my parents, and I need to provide them better. So an example is next year we're looking to buy a bigger house. Okay, that is one of my big target. Why? Because of my family. So second point here, financial target. Obviously, you need to set financial target, but when it comes to setting financial target, it also means that you have to be very realistic. So you won't fall into the delusion of you are looking for the home run, looking for the jackpot. Okay, because every single gambler in a casino have the mentality of I want to hit the jackpot, I want to hit the home run. All they do is I hope, I wish, but there's no actual execution and process to follow up with that. So point number 2, any monetary or financial target has to be kept up with a lot of actions, a lot of execution, and a lot of game plan. So third thing, health. Obviously, I have to stay healthy, I have to stay fit, I have to stay mentally healthy as well in order to take care of all of my surroundings, my loved one, and most importantly, to achieve my target. So back to this. When I'm setting my personal goals, I split them into yearly, quarterly, and a monthly basis. Yearly obviously is the bigger targets, but big doesn't mean they're unrealistic. Let's say last year you make 100K. This year, if your goal is straight jump to want to make $1 million, it is not impossible, but when something seems a little bit too unattainable, you might be demotivated. What I love doing, again, what I personally love to do is I set a big target, but I always push myself through the limits so I can achieve my targets earlier. So I'll just give you an example. This year, my goal was to make $1 million in 2025, but I hit the yearly goal on January. How did I do that? A lot of process, a lot of game plan, and just a lot of back end work. So January was my PR month. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can probably see that I make over $1 million plus in a month. And every single person inside the 1% Trade Club also witnessed the entire journey with me. It was not normal, and I somehow have to lower my expectation because after I hit that 1.3 million month, I somehow keep trying to push myself a little bit too hard, and I find it demotivating after a little while. Okay, so back to it. Monthly goal are normally just how much am I looking to make. So what I do is I set a yearly goal. Let's say I want to make $1 million. I then divide them into 12 months. Okay, in order for me to achieve $1 million a year, how much do I actually need to make? So just give you an example here. So let's say $1 million divide by 12, you're required to make $83,333. So you're required to make $8,333 a month. So I now split my yearly target into 12 different months, and it seems and right now it's looking a lot more reasonable. All right, so right now it's looking a lot more reasonable. I would then ask myself, what should I do? What kind of consistency, what kind of execution should I have in order to help me facilitate towards this specific monthly target? So I'll wake up every single day with my wallpaper writing down my monthly goal, and I am extremely pumped, extremely motivated to keep doing the right thing. One big reason why I always have my wallpaper with all of my goals, mainly the monthly targets, is to ensure every single time when I pick up my phone, I know what's the right thing to do, what's my number one priority of the month. Because sometimes, especially if you're someone who's very ambitious, which is a good thing, I really love speaking with people who are ambitious, is sometimes you might be lost. You might struggle with wanting to achieve too many things at the same time, and you forget what's your priorities. And that's the exact problem that I faced last time. 2 years ago, I was in the exact same situation where I have so many targets that I wanted to achieve, and I struggle to juggle with all of them. In Chinese, we say, not Chinese actually. Yeah, in Chinese we say, Instead of you trying to fill up 10 buckets at once, why not fill up one bucket at the same time, one bucket at the same time? The same thing goes to what Bruce Lee said. Fear the person who practice one kick 10,000 times, not the person who practice 10,000 kicks at the same time, right? The same thing goes to your personal career and your vision board. Don't try to achieve too many things at the same time, because as a human, you got one brain, you got two arms, you got two legs, that's it. If let's say you're all over the place, how can you even focus on becoming a specialist? If let's say your goal is to say, I want to become a good trader, but becoming a good trader has a lot of different elements, different aspects that you need to master. Master in emotional control, master in execution, master in abiding to your system, master in developing a profitable system, a master in mastering your trade management and your exit management technique. Everything sums up to so many small parts that you need to become an expert at in order for you to become a very profitable trader as a whole. So what I always encourage traders, including my own mentees, I also tell them this. If let's say right now you do your journal and you do a review, you realize you have troubles dealing with overtrading, fix overtrading first. How can you fix overtrading behavior? Is to ensure, first thing, maybe you as simple as you use more limit order, you widen your stop loss, stop having unrealistic RR targets. Sometimes overtrading simply because traders have an extremely tight stop loss that is causing them to constantly being stopped out unreasonably. As simple as that. So you might have an aha moment here. A lot of things that you do in trading reflects your true self. And that's why if you're someone who's extremely rushed as a person in reality, you might really struggle dealing with overtrading or revenge trading, or having the sense of urgency to force trade. So if you're a struggling trader, the most important thing is to ask yourself, which aspect am I struggling with? It could be you're dealing with overtrading. It could be you just don't have a solid TP system. It could be you always giving back your profits. It could be you just don't have a strategy at all. It could be you don't have a trading plan. It could be you don't have a routine. You don't have a process. You don't take action. You procrastinate. You're supposed to backtest, but you didn't. So many things to fix. How do you fix everything at the same time? The same thing goes to goal setting as well. Similar concept. If you have so many goals that you want to achieve, how can you achieve all of them? So what I like to do is to be a specialist. Focus on one aspect in life. Fix this, I'll move on to the next one. So the whole thing about this lesson here is to remind you all that as a human, we only have that amount of energy, and we only have 2 arms and 2 legs and 1 brain. Focus on what you can control, and you will ultimately achieve things in a very unexpected manner. Most of the big goals that I achieve in life, they don't come as planned. They come unexpectedly. Just like this January, I make $1 million plus. It was totally unexpected. What I did was I just keep trading as usual. I press onto my winner. I stick to my goal setting of the month in terms of execution and discipline, and I achieve my PR month. That's it. Okay, so one of the very good case study here will also be so if you look at my Telegram again, we have a proud teacher moment. So this trader, I won't call out his name, but he made 100k plus from FTMO in a month. Before that, he was in $80,000 debt. Extremely crazy. If you scroll down, you can also see here he made another 30k. How did this trader turn from a complete gambler? Just bear in mind, this person has been struggling and 5 years. Let me try to share with you all the actual voice message from him, because I don't really want to share the entire conversation. It's a bit private. Let me just try to share the voice message. Let me see which one was it. Wait. One second. Let me try to find exact voice message. One second. Let me. Okay, I'll just let you all listen to this voice message here, because again, I need to have some respect as well.
Yeah, I think so far I'm very thankful what I went through on your book.
So can you hear that? So he's very thankful for what he has been through, not just, I'll have to complete his sentence, not just inside our group, and also what he has been through in life, because he actually been trading personal account for the past 5 years, and this trader lost a lot of money. When I say a lot, about $80,000, and most of the money wasn't from him. It was him borrowing money from his relative, parents, whoever that you can borrow, whoever that you can imagine. He have already borrowed money from them, and he lost about $80,000. He was in $80,000 debt. He spent a few months to really reset and to really focus on doing the right thing. And few months later, fast forward, I told him one important thing: slow is fast. And he kept this in mind. And at a certain point, he even thought of want to quit our trade club. Really, at a certain point, he even came to me and said he want a refund, he want to quit the trade club. But I was the one that telling him by quitting, it wouldn't help. And I'm glad that he stayed. You know why? Because now he completely just solved all of his debt problem, and yeah, he became very profitable. I'm still trying to find exact voice message where he.
Then secondly is
Wait.
I feel that I want to do your group style meaning because right now even if you tell me okay everybody should take a break from trading for 2 weeks, I can do so. Last time I
You see.
Because right now even if you tell me okay everybody should take a break from trading for 2 weeks, I can do so. Last time I have the urgency like. Furthermore, now I'm not parking my own money in the broker where I feel I need the money anytime. Now it's the FTMO account, like I just put there, I also cannot withdraw. I might as well just take good.
He basically said that last time he was really struggling with FOMO. He always have the urge to rush into any positions. That's what we call bottom trading. And right now he can technically have 1 week without any position and he's feeling completely okay. Why? Because he have a rigid system and he's actually setting goals. He know exactly what he's looking for. He's not like a gambler. He's like an actual trader right now. Let me. Let me try to find the voice message. So basically what he tried to say was, for the past 5 years, he's been struggling a lot and he couldn't sleep well. He just couldn't trade well. Because when you have this kind of debt piling up at the end, it is extremely difficult for you to calm down and really take a step back. But because for the past few months, he's been focusing on realigning his goal and really resetting his entire brain, his framework, his approach. He's now just dealing with things a lot better. No more stress. He's trying to solve things one piece at a time, 1% better each day, one step forward every single day. So I hope this video inspires some of you and to really teach you all what's my life perspective like, how do I personally set goal, and how do I stay as relevant, as realistic as possible, as an extremely ambitious individual. Because I know majority of you watching this video or following my channel, you are ambitious, right? But being ambitious also means you have to calm yourself the heck down. Slow down, learn to do things the right way and not just keep blindly chasing I want to make more money, I want to make more money. Because more money means more responsibility, means more steps require, more consistency require, more execution require, and therefore more headaches. Okay, so that's it for the video. I hope you all like it. If you like it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you all later. Bye bye.